Hello everyone. A warm welcome to all of you for the inaugural episode of Engineers Blueprint, a podcast series proudly brought to you by Vishwa Netrutvam, the official mechanical engineering club of VIIT Pune. So, this evening we are embarking on a journey of inspiration, learning, and insight, connecting you to some of the brightest minds who have walked the path of engineering, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Tonight, we have the privilege of hosting a truly remarkable as our first guest, Mr. Rohit Gavali. Rohit's journey is nothing sort of extraordinary. He is an engineer, entrepreneur, and an innovator, currently pursuing his second master's degree in US and previous one in the UK. His impressive portfolio includes work with prestigious organizations like SKF and DRDO and founding his own startup that is Foodin. Throughout his conversation, you will gain invaluable insights into pursuing higher education abroad, building a successful startup, filing patents, and thriving in the corporate and the entrepreneurial world. So sit back, relax, and join us for an evening of inspiration and discovery. Without further delay, let's welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Rohit Gavali. Rohit, it's an absolute pleasure to have you with us today.
Yeah, same over here. Like just coming back to college, uh, like giving some good guidance, and maybe apart from that, also learning from you guys also, because I think it's a continuous journey of learning. So yeah, it's really great and honor to just yeah come over here and just thank you for inviting me also. Thank you.
So we will begin with the questions without any further delay. So can you tell us about your journey so far? How did you get started in the engineering and what was inspired you to pursue this field of engineering?
Yeah, so basically my journey was my journey basically began with a strong curiosity and also like to innovate and also maybe solve problems. I was getting inspired by the problems other people are facing in my surroundings and all. Uh, during my early days, when I was young, I was just curious. Like I was curious about how exactly machines are working, what's the exact mechanism behind them, and all that stuff. And I had that Rohit's box kind of thing where I used to just like my parents, whatever my parents thought as a trash, I used to just keep them with my keep those particular things in my box. And I knew that somewhere down the line, I that those particular things will be useful. My curiosity went to that extent that uh, I dismantled my father's phone. Like it was a it was a alternate phone, but yeah, like I dismantled it and I because I was curious how exactly the camera inside the phone like really works. But yeah, and it was I think around when I was in fifth or fourth standard, I think. But yeah, and my curiosity, like the one of the pivotal moments I would say is that when I was in seventh grade, when I developed automatic duster, when my professor was just she was just irritated by rubbing the blackboard continuously, and she just wished that if there was a kind of automatic duster that could just erase the blackboard easily without any kind of physical thing. So yeah, and what when I used to just scribble in my notebooks and all, and I started to design during the lecture. I used to think about it. I like how exactly it should be looking like, or maybe how what should be the working over there. So I went back home and I whatever I had in that particular box and other resources in my home, I just gathered them, and within 2 days, I developed a prototype. It was really appreciated by my professors and principal, and but really the key point over here is that like during my science fair, Dr. Raghunath Mashalkar came over here, visited our science fair during the school, and he really appreciated me and really inspired me, like motivated me to put that particular project into for the National Innovation Challenge competition. And from there, I would say the journey started, and this really kind of encouraged me to foster my passion for the engineering and also innovation, and leading me to pursue mechanical engineering at VIT. And yeah, overall journey was really like the journey was really amazing, I would say.
Okay. So it all just started with the automatic duster ideation process.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, like yeah.
Okay. So how was your student life at VIT? Because you had seen the complete transition right from the 2018, if I'm not wrong, 2018, 2019 around,
Yeah.
to up to
Mm.
2022, up to the end of the launch and the Vishwotsav. So how was your complete that journey of 4 years at VIT?
Yeah, I would say that the journey was super fantastic and dynamic. It was full with highs and lows for sure. I think the project-based learning was really a cool thing that VIT offered me, and I was one of the like lucky batches where we had this thing of having 80% were devoted to the practical or the project-based thing, and 20% was on the exam, like on the paper side, on the no on the paper side. But I think our papers were also kind of online MCQs, so that really gave us a better understanding of, like, gave us a better time to focus on our projects and all, and deep dive into the technicalities of the projects and all. And that also gave a good chance or opportunity to also engage with the co-curricular activities. uh, and I was a part of EPC right from my first year till my fourth year. Initially, I joined EPC as a publicity volunteer. To be honest, I hated that job. Uh, yeah, and I left the team halfway. It was really, really, really frustrating for me. But during my second year, I got introduced to technical team, and I was really interested in that. Uh, and yeah, and then from there, I think the journey started. Actual journey started at EPC, and then in the following years I became secretary, technical secretary, and during my fourth year I became mentor. So yeah, it was really amazing experience during those particular years. I think I got a chance to work with plenty of students, like amazing students, amazing team members. I got to learn many new things from them. And apart from all the extracurricular thing, I would say that participating in hackathons, conducting competitions, uh, uh, knocking at professors' doors to just learn about what exactly projects that they are working on, to just collaborate with them or something like that. And it was really amazing, man. Like the overall journey was super. Like yeah, and these experiences kind of really helped me to have a balance between my academics and also my creativity level. So yeah, it was super. Yeah.
As we know that the final year of the engineering is one of the most difficult one because we have to balance the, as you know, you were the part of the mentor in the EPC, so that was one of the challenges. As apart from that, your internship, then the college studies if are any there, and apart from that, one of the most important that is the master's preparation. So how did you manage all these multiple things at the same time? Because usually people find it difficult at this point of time.
Yeah, that is true. I think effective time management and prioritizations was a thing, and like having a balance between multiple responsibilities. Yeah, like my internship was still going on, and one fun example was you have to find out some time between your, like, between your work also. Like I still remember that. My shift like I had to wake up at around 4 o'clock in the morning to go for the shift. Like my job started at 6:30 till I was working till I think 3 or 3:30ish, and I used to come back at home totally tired at 4:35, 5 o'clock. And to wake up at 4 o'clock, I had to sleep at around 10:30ish. So I had a proper crunch of time during that period. But I think so what I used to do is that, like, during my lunch break, our lunch break was around 30 to 45 minutes of thing. So during that particular lunch break, I used to just have my lunch in, I think, around 10-15 minutes, and the rest of the time I used to just come to my desk, and I used to just work on my SOPs, LORs, and maybe college applications, sorting out, shortlisting the college and all that stuff. So I think over there, I think you have to find out your time for your thing. And maybe backcasting is also technique that really helps you a lot. If you have a clear goal in the mind, and then you have to just downtrack it and discipline, and schedule the task accordingly, then I think it's really easy way to kind of just maintain a balance between the juggling things, yeah. And maybe, yeah, and working alongside with the high pressure teams really, like, also helped me to kind of upgrade my skills of time management and also working under pressure and all. So yeah, it was really cool. And I think one of the key part is that, like, I think the team was also so efficient. Like during my time at PC also, in the fourth year, I think the team was also so efficient that it also really helped me a lot to kind of focus on my personal activities and like just devote some time wherever it is required by the base. But yeah, overall it was
Yeah.
great. Yeah, yeah.
So, at what time of your engineering you decided that you will go for the masters in foreign country? Because usually people discover this option after completing 4 years of engineering, and then they wander here and there, and then they found this option. So, what was their planning in the initial years, or did you? So, what was your approach behind it?
The decision to pursue masters, I think it was not like it was right. Like came during my third year only, because like I knew from my start only like I didn't want it to kind of like go for a job right after my masters, or sorry, right after my undergrad studies, and I really want to focus on my skills. I think during the entire 4 years of my like engineering, I think I got to understand that focusing on skills is extremely important. Like money, like if you have those skills, money will automatically come with you. And I think yeah, that really helped me a lot to kind of have a clear understanding about the same. And maybe also the global, like because of the I knew that global exposure that the master studies would be giving to me, it would be a more on a greater side, and the entrepreneurial ecosystem over there, it's really amazing. And UK US masters really kind of help me to focus on design thinking, strategic management, and also sustainability, that and those particular things really align me for my aspirations. And maybe also one more thing is that like being an engineer, I think we are just confined in like constrained to a box, because we over here we just knew that okay, so this is a problem statement, these are the tools or these are the frameworks that we need to use, and this is a solution. But we don't we really lack in knowledge of like what exactly is the raw key resources that we require, the business side and also to the customer side. And in between that, I think sometimes we don't focus on all the other like the ends of the entire product chain. uh, so I think that particular thing really helped me a lot, like kind of inspired me to just go for my masters and not pursue for a job right after my undergrad studies. So yeah, and yeah, that's it.
So, there are basically few options for the masters. Like in India, there is GATE exam. Then another there, or if you want to go to the other countries like UK, US, then there is the GRE, TOEFL, that type of system, complete system. So, what challenges did you face while transitioning from this Indian academic environment to a complete foreign country? Because this transition is a bit difficult for if you don't have any habit of properly communicating with the local people of then other circumstances. So, how did you overcome them?
Uh, yeah, I think it's to be honest, it's 50-50%. It's kind of 50-50 only. There were pros and cons for the same. Like adjusting to a new culture, academic standards were definitely a bit new for me. Uh, but I think because of the VIT's like approach of working on like focusing more on a practical knowledge and having more project based learning, I think that was really helpful for me, because in abroad most of your curriculum is designed in such a way that you need to focus on more experiential learning and all that stuff. And so that really helped me a lot. But the one thing that I really struggled with is that like after my 12th, uh, I didn't had any practice of writing 100 marks paper, to be honest. So after my 4 years, because we had just MCQs and all, so it was really a bit kind of challenging initially to just write that 100 marks paper, and the subjects were also totally different. The subjects were like economics, accounting, venture capital. So we had to plot those like equity tables, profit and loss statements, uh, like like book the like financial books and all that stuff. So it was really interesting to learn, but at the same time it was also a bit challenging to just write down the paper. But yeah, I think it's just a kind of a continuous improvement thing. So once you are comfortable with once you have done enough practice, I think it should be fine for you. But I also think that like to solve this particular thing, I actively participated in workshops, collaborated with teams, like had good discussion with my professors over there, because over there, I think in Indian education system, it's more of like, okay, so uh, like if you have that, if you got the particular like last answer correct, then only you will get full marks. But in abroad, it's the totally different thing. Even if you don't get the full answer correct, like the end answer correct, it's fine for them. They focus on your process. They don't focus on your last answer. So the process tells them that, okay, so you have understood that particular concept or that particular theory or something like that. So I think understanding the concept is really key thing over here, like key difference I would say in the foreign country or in India. And one well, like fun fact also, like during my induction at Imperial, so our dean told us that Asians and Indians especially, he pointed us out, like Indians especially, because like he mentioned that don't expect to get 90% or 100%, something like that, because even if you get around 60% or 60-65%, that would be really superb, because the environment is so competitive over there, competitive in a healthy manner, I would say, that it's really a bit on a different level, to be honest. But yeah but yeah the overall journey was, to be honest, it really helped me to kind of get merged with new cultures and new techniques of learning also, because whenever you're outside, you get a chance to just work or like just connect with other people, what are their learning standards, what are their learning methods and all. So it's really cool. So, yeah.
Okay. So as you have the experience of both UK and USA, so of the both the education opportunities in the both the countries. So tell me that what are the main differences between both these countries' education system, and what are the pros and the cons of both the countries that you had faced till now?
Yeah. So I think UK system emphasize more on a structured and a research-driven learning, whereas US focuses more on interdisciplinary approach and experiential learnings. Uh, Over here, like both the systems definitely provide a unique kind of opportunities, but like UK really helps a lot to kind of develop your analytical skills and something like that. And but I think US is more focused on broadening the creative thinking and on the strategic side. And yeah, I think, yeah, that's the key difference, I would say. But more or the less, they are the like they go on a parallel side only.
Okay. So usually people stop after pursuing one master's degree in the abroad, but what motivated you to pursue a second master's degree?
Yeah, I think I get that question multiple times. So yeah, like my like as I mentioned earlier that focusing on skills is extremely important. Being an engineer, we definitely lack in those particular endpoints, and I would say that my first master's degree really focused on innovation, entrepreneurship. That really helped me a lot to get a strong control on the business side. And the second master's that I'm currently pursuing is more on a strategy and a design level. So this kind of unique combination, like I had that in mind, that I really wanted to explore multiple things, and that particular unique combination really helps me a lot to kind of address the complex problems, and in a both creative manner and in a business lens also. uh, so yeah, I think that's the thing, and that really, and to be honest, US is a great, like a great country to live in. Like, to be honest, like it has its own different vibe. New York is a great place to live. It, like, you get a chance to just connect with so many people. It's a tech hub, to be honest. So yeah, it's really amazing. It's really amazing.
Okay.
So that's why, like, yeah, I think just, yeah, addressing your question, uh, that really, like, just motivated me to just go on and pursue my skills. So yeah, and I, somewhere or the other, I had it in mind that I had to settle somewhere in the US only, and not just like, and not any other country. But yeah, so that, I think that also got me over here.
Okay. So, what were the significant cultural differences that you observed in both the continents, that is in the Europe and North America, from the
uh,
perspective of the application requirements for the educational higher education requirements? Because both the countries require different set of requirements for the masters or the PhD students. So,
yeah.
what is your experience and what was your observation regarding this?
Yeah, so I think UK applications, like the application requirements, kind of more emphasizes on the prior academics and other achievements. While in the US, I think it's more they are more focused on the personal statements and how exactly are your extracurricular contribution to society, and how exactly you are focusing on your other things, and more focusing on the EDI, that is the equity, diversity, and inclusivity. So how exactly you are focusing on that particular region. Uh, Obviously, the academic requirements are extremely important for both of the countries, and any country, to be honest. But still, like, I think how exactly you're playing in a team, that really is more important in the US applications, I would say. Uh, but yeah, and I think definitely the publications, or maybe research publications, or something like that, that really helps you a lot to kind of get a upper hand with the other applicants. And lifestyle wise, I would say US is like has encouraged more for collaborative and hands-on learning, while the UK has a more of an independent study kind of thing. So, and in fact, one of the key differences, I would say, is that like UK has, like, generally UK has only 1 year of masters, and US has a 2 years of masters. So 1 year of masters has, like, is extremely hectic. So like you have 30, you have to complete your 36 credits in 1 year, and same in the US, you have, like, on an average there are 36 credits that you have to cover in 2 years. So during that particular thing, it really gets sometimes a bit hectic, but yeah, it's fine. Like, we are engineers, so we can do anything, to be
Right,
honest.
right. So, as you mentioned, there are the students require some certain skill sets which must be there with them so that it will be helpful for them not only in the industry but also for their academic growth. So, what do you think? What are the skill sets as a mechanical engineer or any type of engineer do you think are important so that it will be helpful for them?
Yeah, so I think in terms of skill set, it's really important to understand what exactly we are working on. What are the surrounding things about it? Like, if you are working on, like, apart from that, I think the interpersonal skills also really matter a lot. Like, how exactly you are communicating, how exactly you are, what exactly are soft skills, like leadership skills, maybe communication skills. Those are really important apart from your technical skills. Uh, and definitely project management skills, like handling a project is really important. And maybe people can then there are plenty of courses, I would say, like maybe on Coursera, YouTube, and yeah, there are, like, you guys, you can just go on any website, and you can just check on the courses platforms, and you can just get the certifications done and all. uh, so yeah, I think those particular skills are extremely important. And one more thing is that, like, I think everyone should learn that ability to sell themselves in maybe in 1 or 2 minutes, in 10 to 15 minutes, and also in 30 minutes, because you never know that how you exactly your skills are gonna, like, convey to other person. So I think it's really important to just have a kind of pitch deck for yourself, to sell yourself. uh, so yeah, that particular skills, like, these skills are really important, I would say.
So, as we know that in VIT we are having a project-based learning system. So usually students face problems while selecting their project's problem statements. And as you are the mentor in the ISRO also for guiding the students, and what are the ways through which we can get a good problem statement? Because at the end of the engineering, there are the projects which helps to know the recruiter that what type of tech stacks on which the student has previously worked on. So, what do you think? What are the ways through which the student can get a quality project? Because usually people just take and copy it and get it done. So, what is your take on this?
Yeah, no, that's true. Like, I think a good problem statement, like really happens from the real world observations. Uh, I would say that try engaging with lot of industry experts, attending hackathons, analyzing social challenges. Apart from that, I think start reading out news articles and also focus on the literature reviews. Whenever you are just free, just take any paper, just start reading those particular papers. Apart from that, like there are plenty of patent website also. Like you just go on in the IP search India. Just add couple of keywords wherever you are interested. For example, automobile, and if you are just focusing on a battery vehicle, like a electric vehicle, then just type in their electric vehicle, automobile, something like that, and you will get to see multiple patents or publications over there. Then just go through them, read them, and I think for me that particular ability really got developed during my internship at PSPIP, where I was working as an IPR intern and later as a technical innovation consultant. So over there, I got a chance to read, I think around hundreds of patents during my entire 1 year of time. So that really helped me a lot to understand what exactly are the voids in those particular industry, and I started to map them out. And after mapping them out, I kind of understood that okay, so in for example in automobile industry, these are the things that lacking. So maybe based on that, I started to create a problem statement surrounding that particular thing. And yeah, so I think mapping out the research insights, I think that will really help you a lot to have a proper problem statement, and that can really solve the societal challenge over there. So make use of tools like for instance, I think ChatGPT is also really helpful for that instance. If you don't wanna invest your time in reading hundreds of papers, publications, just put that into ChatGPT, give it a prompt. That's also a really good way to just understand and analyze that particular paper in a quick time. So based on that, I think it really also helps you a lot to understand and get a perfect problem statement. And don't I would also say that don't restrict yourself just to a single particular problem statement, because uh, especially I kind of like, yeah, one more thing is that try connecting with people over here, try networking with people, try interviewing people, because what problem that you are thinking that it's a perfect problem statement might not be the actual problem statement. So if you just connect with people, talk with them, have interviews with them, then that will really give you a in-depth understanding of what exactly problems they are facing, and based on that you can make out your problem statement in a much better manner. And then for example, one of the interesting projects that I worked on was about ocean health data, which is still ongoing. That was at Imperial, and during that particular product project, we weren't given anything. Like we were just given that this is ocean data. It's in silos. Based on that, you have to find out some other way to maybe commercial monetize it or something like that. And we were like, okay, so it's a to be honest, it's just a problem brief, not also problem brief, but it's just a vague statement that the sponsor gave us. And based on that, he gave us solve this thing. Luckily, we had Steve Blank as our mentor. So he's a great person. Like he's a serial entrepreneur in the US, and he's really amazing man. And based on that, like on that particular project, we conducted around 150 interviews in the time span of three months. And actually, we found out that okay, so data is not the problem over here. How exactly creating awareness, or maybe how exactly we have to convert that data in a more consumable manner, is the actual problem over here. So what problem statement the sponsor gave us was totally different than what was the root cause of that particular problem. So I think that really the interview findings and interview insights really help you a lot to get to a perfect problem statement. And based on that, I think it really helps you a lot to frame a good problem or a how might we statement, and how might we solve that particular challenge statement. And that will really help you a lot to get a good problem and a good project at the end.
So basically, the moral of the story is proper literature analysis, and based on that gap analysis, that what are the
Exactly.
loopholes.
Yeah.
So
What are the
based on
tools?
those outcomings, we have to frame, and not only frame, but we have to consult before framing the problem statement with the proper people who are in that industry, so that we can get a genuine problem statement. Because
Exactly.
usually what we students think that whatever the problem statement we are working on is the final problem statement, and it is, but it is actually not even a problem statement if you look at from the bigger perspective.
Exactly.
So as you are in the master's application process, so what significance, as I already introduced you as a innovator, so can you tell me the current count of what is the number of patents and the research papers that you have published so far?
Okay, so currently I have 14 patents. Out of them, 8 are granted. 14 patents from they are both from India, Australia, uh, and 8 are granted. That also includes design patents, process patents also. Uh, and apart from that, I have 2 copyrights and 3 research publications in international journal. Right now, like only last week only, I got my confirmation of another publication that got selected. So it will make as 4 publications. But yeah, uh, but yeah. So that's the thing. Like, and what was the other question? I'm sorry.
So how does this patents copyrights help you while applying for the masters or for the higher studies at some other UK or US places, at places like UK and US?
Yeah, so I think patents really showcase the type of innovation and technical expertise that you have, uh, and that really helps a lot to make like stand out your application for sure. Uh, because in the especially in the foreign, patents or publications are considered so great, like great as in like such on a higher level that they really appreciate you publishing a paper or having a filing a patent for sure. So that because filing a patent in the US or in the UK is extremely hard. Like to be honest, that's why the innovation index is also very higher than us. So that's why they consider if you are having a patent, then they consider you as a really like a expertise in that particular domain. So if you ever like if you have any kind of patent that is ongoing, definitely go for it. And I think VIT also gives you that particular opportunity of because you're working on multiple projects during the semesters. So I think make useful out of it. And apart from that, I think one more thing is that I would like to share is that like whenever you're filing a patent, try to put your name as an applicant, because
Okay.
adding your name as an applicant really makes that difference. Because even like whenever you're inventor, uh, what happens is that like you are just a working professional over there, but whenever you are applicant, you are the entire owner of that particular patent. So whenever you wanted to sell it, you want to and make a royalty out of it or something like that. The rights are with the applicant over here. So try to make sure that you are the applicant of the particular patent, and based on that, I think it will really help you a lot during the master's application also.
As we know, this complete domain of intellectual property rights is a very highly sophisticated and a documented process. So, as you mentioned that you are having a very great amount of experience in this domain, so how did you learn this process of filing patents, the complete documentation, and as because it is a very what we can say, it's a very like a one of the most difficult tasks because people face difficulties in this domain.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Like as I mentioned earlier, you have plenty of free resources on Google. For me, I think I got a chance with by working with PSPIP Associates. And that really helped me a lot to understand the patent insights and all that stuff, and give me a chance to practically work on the patent IPR stuff. But I think for students, it's really like you guys can just check on the WIPO websites, with the WIPO, the World Intellectual Property Organization. They have plenty of patent seminars and courses, and all these courses are free of cost. So you can just go on them, like you can just check out over there, because the patent application is also extremely tedious process. So it's not that easy. uh, you'll have to find out the proper, do a proper novelty check over here, like make sure that all the words are properly arranged over there. There are the legal terms, so I think for that, I think you really need to have a kind of a brief understanding about how exactly the ecosystem is over there. There are definitely attorneys over here who really help you a lot in terms of filing patents and all. But I think for people, like, because we all are students and we really are, sometimes you are tight on a budget. So over here, I think you guys can also file your patent by yourself. But for that, you definitely need some kind of training. So just start working on your just start getting your experience on the publication, like, on the paper research paper side, and apart from that, just start focusing on the, like, getting the lectures from WIPO or Coursera. That will really help you a lot.
Okay. So you, as you were in the VIT, there is also one of the important segment that is internship modules that the college offers us, and you were part of various STEM organizations like DRDO, Mercedes. So how was your corporate experience? Because we as the students are dreaming of getting into those, but you had actually experiences and gone through that complete process. So how was your experience in those at those reputed organizations?
Yeah, my experience, to be honest, was extremely diversified and varied. It was amazing because I still remember that my first internship was with as a IPR intern, nothing to do with engineering, mechanical engineering. I was into IP stuff, uh, and uh, and I think one of my key interests, like, was like, one of my key skills was, like, I'm really curious about how exactly I'm really curious about the other industries also, and I'm really adaptable to any kind of situation or scenarios. So yeah, and my second internship was with DRDO, where I was properly, like, my focus was on the defense technology. So it was basically on a certification on the 125 kg bomb that was used for this thing for the Sukhoi 30 aircraft and Mirage 2000 aircraft. Uh, that was in a core mechanical thing. And right after my DRDO experience, I was put into a cybersecurity project at Mercedes. So cybersecurity doesn't have any relation with mechanical engineering. I was extremely new to, new to that field. I didn't knew what exactly operational technology cybersecurity is. What is the like the information technology cybersecurity. I was totally new to that stuff, so that's why I kind of uh, uh, I accepted a particular project, and like, I within the first 20 days, I understood what exactly is the difference, and I understood what exactly are the frameworks and all that stuff. And that really helped me a lot to enhance my ability, adaptability, to and like, my advice to students would be, like, just to be proactive over here, and also kind of embrace the interdisciplinary opportunities, because you never know, somewhere or the other, you might find, okay, so you are interested in IP stuff, you are interested in XYZ stuff. So start exploring out your and push, like, and start try, like, and try to basically push your boundaries for sure, and not
Right,
just restrict only mechanical thing, and also try to explore out other domains also over here.
right.
uh, yeah, the yeah.
So as you work in various organizations in various segments, not only in mechanical. So what was one of the significant piece of advice or maybe incident you witnessed in your corporate journey that has stuck with you?
Yeah, I think I really uh, like, I learned that embracing the sustainability and innovation together can definitely create impactful solutions. And that particular insight also really helped to shape my problem solving thing. One other thing is that, like, whenever, like, even if how like how good you are in your technical skills, but still, I think there should be a kind of a focus on your soft skills, or maybe apart from that, I think, as I mentioned earlier, try to sell yourself, because and don't let your age or your experience decide your capability to do that particular project, to be honest. So yeah, I think that's the one, like, one of the key significant advice that I would like to give throughout my corporate journey to students. So yeah, and that really helped me a lot to just focus on myself. And yeah.
So while we were scrolling your LinkedIn, we saw Foodin. So can you share your journey of founding Foodin and how your technical background influenced its creation?
Yeah, so Foodin, to be honest, was totally born out of my desire to address the inefficiencies in the food delivery system. Back during the COVID, nobody was like, there were plenty of layoffs and all that stuff happened. People started their own hobby businesses and kind of the this thing small scale businesses to support their families and all. And I observed a common pattern is that like Swiggy, Zomato didn't focus on these particular hobby businesses and small scale businesses, and I think they also deserve a great chance to uh, sell their product on a to a wider audience and not just restrict to their particular local area. And so based on that, I think that's why I started Foodin. And my technical expertise, like enable like I didn't knew anything, like I didn't know how to do dynamic coding and all, because but still I think I found out the alternative of Wix platforms and WordPress, and I developed a website over here on the platform and launched it within, I think, around 1 or 2 months. um, and I started to optimize the logistics and design user friendly systems to just kind of have the operational efficiency and like have the customer satisfaction. I used to do like, and I think we were one of the very few startups who got certified by the government during the COVID time, because it was really the rules and regulations were extremely strict over there during that time for the food delivery, because you were getting contacted with people. So but we are I think we are amongst the very few companies who got recognized by the government, and are also like our company also got selected at the global startup award on 20 under 20. So yeah, it was a great experience, I would say. And I think it also taught me plenty of things. I and my friend used to just go on delivery rides and all. We used to do the deliveries, and how people treat delivery riders, it's really harsh. Like we got to understand that how exactly the delivery drivers might be feeling, even though we weren't the delivery drivers, but still, like how exactly people treat them and all. So it's really harsh, and it's really weird to just understand about it. But yeah, each and every experience just teaches you something or the other. So yeah, I think that really kind of helped me a lot to focus on me other parts also, and empathize more uh, on the rider part. Yeah, to the delivery riders. Yeah.
Right. So as you said, in the COVID, there was a lot of layoffs going on, not only in India but also in the other part of the world. So what do you think, at looking at the current job market scenario, as you had the experience of all the three, that is the UK, US, and India. So what, based on your current experience, what do you think? What is the future of the job market?
Okay, so I think even right now also my fingers are crossed, because with the new administration in the US, I think I really don't know about it, but overall I think the job market is really tough over like in the foreign countries, especially in the UK and US up to a certain extent, but US has a wider opportunity range, so I think it should be fine. Fingers crossed with the new administration, hoping for the same. But yeah, but I think. But I think India and Gulf also has plenty of opportunities. One of the like I would like to just give an example of one of my alumni from Parsons. He's a German guy. He's called Adrian Schmidt. So that guy dropped out of college. He was in the same degree that I am right now, and he got dropped out in his first year. He went to India with his two other co-founders, and he started his own company called as Sarla Aviation. Got It's basically a eVTOL thing, electric taxi thing, and he got funding from Mercedes, and right now he also got his first deal signed with Bangalore Airport. So if people from Germany are just coming back to India and starting their own business, then just imagine what opportunity level is in India. And I think the Indian market is also extremely wide, diverse, and it has also plenty of scope over here. Uh, and I think the startup ecosystem is also kind of increasing day by day. So for sure, I think there would be a there would be a lot of opportunities down the line. Apart from that, if you're gonna ask me about the abroad job market, then I would say that Germany is also a great option to just consider for your masters. Definitely, it's heaven for mechanical engineers. Uh, and also, I think they've also started plenty of opportunities like maybe the opportunity card that really helps students to find jobs and get perfect, like just monetize their skills and all over there. So Germany is definitely a great market to explore of, and yeah, in terms of that, I think US situation would also be. I'm hoping for the same, that it will be better, but yeah, and yeah, that would be it. And I think whenever you are focusing on your master studies, also try to focus on the getting the other scholarships like ISA scholarship. Then maybe there are plenty of other scholarships like Nathuram, Sekuya, I think. Then there is Tata's one more scholarship. So based on this, try to check on those particular scholarships, and also that will really help you a lot to get the funding for your masters and also sustain over there. For sure.
Right. So, moving to the last question of today's segment. Finally, what is the one piece of advice you would like to give to all the aspiring engineers and students to help to stay them motivated and embrace challenges and achieve their goals?
Yeah, I would say stay curious. Stay curious, embrace failures as your learning opportunities, and definitely focus on building a strong network. Because I think networking is the key to success, I would say, for any country. And apart from that, I think innovation thrives when like one challenges the status quo and all. But like, so kind of keep experimenting and growing, fail fast, try to uh, try new things, explore your why. mm, why exactly you want to get that thing done, understand that particular thing. Apart from that, I would say that never settle for less, to be honest. Like, if you know your worth, so go for it. uh, don't settle for less, for sure. And like, one generalized statement that everyone tells you, go with your passion, because that's where money lies. And don't go behind like whatever, like, yeah, that's the same thing, yeah, I would say. But yeah, it's really interesting to just understand like how exactly people are just running behind money and not behind passion and or the skills. But I would say trust the opposite process, and trust the opposite one. And always have that, like, I personally think that have that inferiority complex within yourself, but in a healthy manner.
Hmm.
If someone is getting that particular is achieving xyz thing in that particular age, then just think about it, why can't I? So why, so, and try to answer that particular question, why question, and then go ahead. So yeah. Yeah,
Right.
that's the thing.
So, thank you, Rohit, for taking out your precious time. So, anyone in the audience who would like to ask any question to Rohit? I think.
There's one question,
Hmm.
but I think it's not much related. But I was just curious that did what you're working as that B Visioners Fellow at Mercedes
Yeah.
Benz.
Yeah, I think so I'm a Mercedes-Benz B Visionaries fellow. So B Visionaries is an organization, like, it's a kind of program that is funded by Mercedes-Benz, and it's run by the Do School, which is in Germany. And it's basically a Planet Positive fellowship that really helps you a lot to take your projects, planet positive projects ahead. And one of my current project that I'm currently working with them is that like it's about the expandable and retracted vehicle. So the Mercedes R&D team helped me to develop or design that particular product, or like design the project. And right now we are in the still fundraising phase. So yeah, and it's a great opportunity if you have any kind of sustainable or planet positive project. And if since you mentioned on the fellowship part, I think there are plenty of other fellowships also, and accelerator programs. Y Combinator is one of them. And apart from that, if you are also working on any other fellowships, then recently there is Breakthrough Energy Fellowship that is run by the Bill Gates Foundation. Apart from that, I think recently I just came across one of the fellowships that is, it's not a fellowship I would say, but it's a kind of accelerator thing in Dubai. So yeah, and I think the Prime Minister of Dubai has launched that particular thing, and it's open for international students also. So that's also a great thing to just explore out. And there are plenty of other opportunities also. Maybe yeah, there are. And one more thing, like if any one of you is interested in finding out those opportunities, do reach out to me. I'm in plenty of other like these groups where I can just help you guys to just connect with those particular, like any of them. And yeah, and feel free to just reach out to me anytime. Would be happy to answer any of your questions.
Any other questions? Okay, so I think all the questions are answered. We will provide the LinkedIn link and the Instagram handle of Rohit sooner on the official handles of VN so that you can directly connect with him through those handles. So, moving on to the closing part. As we wrap up this enlightening conversation, let's take a moment to reflect on all the valuable insights shared tonight. From navigating higher education at abroad to building a successful startup like Foodin in times like COVID, Rohit, you has truly inspired us with a story of determination, resilience, and innovation. So, Rohit, on behalf of everyone at Vishwa and all our listeners, we sincerely thank you for sharing your story and for encouraging us to dream bigger and work harder. So, thank you, Rohit.
Thank you so much, and it was also a great opportunity. And thanks for inviting me. Looking forward to see you guys studying abroad, coming for masters and all. But apart from that, I really wish you all the best and for your studies, your further projects, everything. And it was really amazing. And thanks a lot for inviting me over here. And yeah, amazing. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Rohit.